How long do tenant applications take to get processed? This is a question I get asked all the time. So I'm going to go through and talk about a few things that will impact the time frame for an application to be fully completed. The number one biggest thing that creates a delay is the tenant applying and not supplying all the information. So I'll give you some examples around this. We use an online application process called OneForm. And in OneForm, it asks for who is your current property manager, who was your previous property manager, and there's a space there to put mobile numbers and email addresses. So very often where the email address is, they'll put, I don't know. So that creates a roadblock for us because we can't just quickly email that property manager to get a reference check. We have to call them, leave a message, wait for them to call us back, have a conversation, write down their email address, get the email address wrong, all those sort of things. So it creates a huge delay. So that's the number one thing, is tenants applying and not supplying all the information for us to be able to quickly process an application. But I want to tell you a bit about that as well, because we get a fair few applications on most of our properties. So let's say, for example, we've got 5 applications that are all filled out correctly, and we've got 5 where there's information missing. We split the pile. So the 5 with information missing we put over here, and we put them aside. And the 5 where the information's all correct, we go, well, let's process all these first and see who's in that. And then if we need to, we'll look at these other ones. But if we don't need to look at these other ones, we'll just process these ones here. So as soon as you've got information missing, you're giving yourself this incredible disadvantage as even getting an opportunity to be approved on the property. So missing information is the number one reason that creates delays. So in addition to those 4 people we're waiting to hear back from, we're also waiting to hear back from personal references. So we call personal references and they never call us back. So we've got to call them again, text them, hey, get back to us. So it's only kind of when we catch them. When we catch them, then we can have a chat to them. So it's quite frustrating for us to wait for personal references to call us back. So tenants, ask your personal references to call us back, please. So these are all the things that create delays. Now, if there's no delays, if everything's filled out correctly, and we get on the personal references and we contact the 4 people and they get back to us quickly, we can process an application in about 48 hours. We can do it in 24, but about 48 hours is about normal. So if that's the case, if you're one of those people that have put in an impeccable application with all the information there that's accurate, and you still haven't heard back within 48 hours, why is that? Well, this is probably why. We are going through and looking at 5 applicants, and they're all worthy of being approved. And we don't want to approve you or decline you until we've looked at all 5. And those 5 may take 4 days for us to collect all that data. Then, once we've got all that data from those 5 applicants, we then present the ones we feel would be best suited to the owner, and the owner has the ultimate say on who gets approved. Once somebody's approved, we only then decline the other applicants. Why do we do that? Why do we wait for that approval to decline other people? Well, we do that in case we approve somebody, and when we ring them, they say, oh, sorry, I've just got another place I'm going to take instead. And we go, oh, okay, that's fine. Rip up their details, and we're back to the 4. If we've declined those 4, and then we go back to them, we're causing all sorts of issues. So our process is we wait until one person is approved by the owner, and then we go back to the other parties and we decline them at that stage. So that's pretty much the process, and that's pretty much how long it takes for an application to be approved and why there are those delays. Hope this has been helpful, and happy house hunting.